Look how bent that is. Wow. They don't even sit near flat. I'm pretty sure that stuff's supposed to be flat. Are you recording? Doesn't sit near flat. Ooh, that's real nice. I don't know if this is an E36 problem or not, but it is on mine. But mine also, both motor mounts were broken. And it has no transmission mounts. Okay. So, I was trying to flatten the surface out so these engine mounts would sit on here flat. But both of, well, this hole for sure has a crack in it. And this stuff's really thin, so I'm going to build some plates the same size as this engine mount to plate over this, and I'll drill holes in it because this thing's flimsy and I don't trust it. The only problem is I don't have a hole saw, so we have to go to the store. So, let's go. All right. Back from the store. Lowe's. Back in the shop. Got my hole saw. We're gonna hole saw through this. I think this is like a 16-inch plate. I don't know, stuff I had laying around. We're gonna use the plugs from this hole saw to build a pad for the bottom of these Condor Speed Shop bushings. I guess this is the bottom. Then we're gonna weld them on our subframe, just because this is all beat up and it's thin. And we're going to solid engine mounts. I want it hooked to something solid. I'm trying to get away from the sponge. But yeah, we'll get these holes sawed out, make our parts and weld them on. There. We'll clean this up. We're gonna have to drill a hole in it for this other locating pin for the bottom of the motor mount. But that's no big deal. Now we have a reference point to measure off of too, because both of these are offset from the center. So. All right, we're gonna get our bolt holes laid out for the bottom of this. Gonna need the calipers. I gotta go to my truck. Just wait. I'll be right back. Okay, we got some lines scribed in here now. Punch it, drill some holes. See if this is gonna work for us. I'm gonna beat on this Mac drill some more. 2 5/8 hole saw through 16th inch plate. That's a good field test. Should have a couple holes left in it. Now we're gonna have to upsize that one a little bit for the threaded part. It fits on the locating pin just fine. I think Condor Speed needs to add to their line of weld-on reinforcements. This has gotta be a common BMW issue. Now I'm a little off. I guess we gotta enlarge in both holes. Make the holes bigger. So that's what we're doing here. Just like that. I don't know if the camera will focus on it. It's too shiny. Anyway. So now we're gonna weld this. Right. I'm gonna let it overhang too and weld the bottom side of it and just leave that out there to help support the whole rest of this mount. There's only like 75% of the mount that's on the factory subframe, so I'm gonna finish the other one of these real quick, get it set up, and we'll get them welded on. Here's what we did, everybody. Oh yeah, we built this little plate. It's just gonna go right over the factory motor mount and the locating dowel hole for this bushing. Make a nice flat surface for this motor mount to sit on. I'm gonna figure out how to clamp it down so it's sitting at the correct angle. But yeah, we'll get these tacked on here, welded on, and move on. I'm still trying to get to that angle kit. Here's the plan. We're gonna bolt this together and we're gonna tack weld our plate to the subframe engine mount, whatever the hell this thing is called. I have no idea. But we gotta tack it on there, but we're not gonna try and get too carried away with any heat because we don't want to burn our Delrin. We want to ruin our parts using them, not installing them. So, yeah. These are only 18 foot-pounds. But I'm just trying to hold my plate on there so I can weld it. We'll call that good. The Delrin seems to melt pretty easy. Not too bad. You can see it melted it a little bit though. Let's do it again. These will make a big difference in helping these solid engine mounts perform what they're supposed to do too. I mean, I don't think it would. The subframe's so thin and the bolt hole was already cracked, they were already bent. Should have made 3 of those plates and just left one under here for protect this. It's fine though. I didn't get enough paint out of there. We gotta fix that. Whoa! Can everybody still say? Still with me? So, let's get this thing welded out. That'll be a lot better. that's a much more appropriate surface for the quality of the bushing that's going on it. Yes, I like that much better. That's much more appropriate for the bushing to sit on than what was there. Look at all that. Look at all that surface area we gained. I'll take it. I'm gonna beat this car. Zero remorse. Let's put it together. Yeah, look how much better those bushings are on there. Can you see that? Freaking focus camera. Yeah, it's a much better platform for those bushings. It was worth the tiny bit of time I have invested into it. It wasn't that hard. I think that'll make a big difference though. Back at the front of the car finally. Let's get, I'm gonna bolt my engine mounts to my, I still don't know what this thing's called. I don't really care. I'm gonna bolt these motor mounts to it. I just want a car that goes skirt, skirt, bang, bang. I just want to get all these parts bolted on now. I'm missing my washer. I lost in my travels. You had no idea where I had to travel to get this. These nuts are only 18 foot-pounds. That's what it says in the instructions. Perfectly torqued to 18. Condor Speed makes really nice products. I'm not easily impressed. All their stuff's made in the US too. $18. Hopefully it works this way. That was kind of a pain in the butt to get that up there. Mainly because my engine's not being held in by anything except that crossbar up there in a single picking point, and it's resting on the transmission cross member, so it's in there crooked. Yeah. But it'll be mounted here shortly. As you've seen from the old transmission mounts and engine mounts, it wasn't, I mean, there is no transmission mounts. The old engine mounts were broken. I just like to do these kind of ones by hand. They're critical. You don't want to wear out your hole. You don't want to abuse your hole with the impact. It's finally gonna have engine mounts. Look at these things. Those make for a really nice setup. Oh boy. Maybe I'll get this one. No, they're easier to get from the top. Let's get them from the top. There we go. Engine mounts. Let's move on to the transmission. Man, I'm dying to get this thing on the road. It's gonna need a windshield. Well, I know the lighting's horrible. I know this because I can't see shit under here either. So we're gonna put these Condor speed transmission bushings in. Wow, I just noticed they got their Condor etched into the bushing. These aren't Delrin. I don't know what these are. They're soft. Oh. This is what's left of the factory transmission mount. These are much nicer. I didn't clean back here. These transmission mounts are only 8 to 10 foot-pounds. I really want to take the exhaust off out of my way, but I need something to take it to the exhaust hopper with. That's it. Easy squeezy. I'm done. I'm wore out. And I'm behind on editing videos. We'll do all the subframe stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow. Then I can put the subframe back in the rear of this thing.